Shout out to the people. What's up? Shout out to the brother Blue Hunters. What up? Peace to everybody. Come on. What's up? Peace to everybody in the YouTube. Peace to everybody in the Facebook. Peace to the brother Blue Hunters. What up? Let me do a little bit more invites before we start the discussion. Let me do a little bit more invites before we start the discussion. I got you. Don't throw no numbers at me yet. Let me do a little bit more invites. Can I get a share? Can I get a share? We gotta set it off. What up? Peace to everybody that's coming in the building. In the YouTube, state your name, put it in the comment section. Stop acting like you shy. What up? Shout out to Miss Clark. What's up? We gotta get it poppin'. We gotta get it poppin'. Where y'all at? State your name. Put it in the comment section. Shout out to Sister Brittany. What up? Shout out to the brother Richard. What's up? Shout out to the sister Patricia in the building. We gotta get it in. What up? Who that? What up? What up? What up? Rontino, what's up? Peace. All right, cool. cool. I'm thinking I'm feeling really, really good right now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling warmed up. Shout out to everybody in the Facebook. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube. If you are on the Facebook, you can check me out at the Messiah Code. All right? Very easy. Very easy. The Messiah Code. So, all right. Peace to everybody. What's going on with y'all? Okay, so excuse me, pardon me. Hey, what's up? It's Jamilia. Jamila, what's up? Crazy family in the building. All right, so let me talk about some stuff in reference to the codex and also the energies of today or tonight. So, as you see, I broadcast a lot of times during the nighttime. Now you might ask me, Lamel, thank you for the hearts on that. Pump the hearts on that. Pump the hearts on that. Boom, boom. Yeah, look, you might ask me, why do I do this at nighttime? All right. One of the main reasons that I do this at nighttime is because it's forces, and I might be doing it at nighttime where I'm at, but shout out to everybody in Africa. Shout out to everybody in Australia that supports. Shout out to everybody in Indonesia. Shout out to everybody in who else? In Algeria, in Morocco, and also um um yeah, Kuwait. Sister Asma, she's in Kuwait holding us down. Wow, we're worldwide. We are worldwide. All right. So I'm gonna talk about the energies of today. Shout out to Sister Keish. What's up? OMG, I'm not getting a good connection. OMG, I don't want to miss out. You definitely don't want to miss out because what you should do is go to the YouTube. Everybody on the Facebook, go to the Messiah Code on the YouTube, please, because that's the best place to be. To be honest, it's the best place to be. All right. And if this phone check out, but I'm gonna continue to broadcast on Facebook. But if the phone checks out, just go to the YouTube. All right. So thank you. So now let me talk about the energies of today in reference to the codex. Okay, so today so happens to be 5/4/18. Now, you might say, no, it's the 19th. Today's the 19th. Is it today's the 19th because it already changed? No, it's not the 19th. Oh man, it's 131. Dag, I just looked at the clock. It's 131 right now. All right, it's 131 on the clock right now. Wow, that's serious. When I always look at the clock, it be like that for some reason. All right. So for the people that's throwing the numbers in, we have to do a chant first before we do the numbers. All right. And I want to have a little discussion about a couple things. Thank you for everybody putting up the MeWe's. If you don't know what the MeWe's are, the MeWe is actually a universal symbol of love. All right. So I'm gonna have a discussion on here about this things in general about the energies of today. First of all, you need to know before you give me these numbers, let me talk about the energies of today. Okay, that's very very important. You keep on seeing 212, you actually seeing a female messiah. Somebody's telling you to be a female messiah if you see 212 all the time or anything within that sequence. All right. Some angel spirit is telling you to be a messiah or bring out your potential. Rather, I would say that rather than just be a messiah because you might get spooked out. All right. But all right, before we do anything like that, we're going to have a discussion in reference to what today's energies are about. All right, so today's energy, if you follow the codex, the calendar of the codex, all right. Thank you. Switched over. What's up? Shout out to brother Anku. He made the glitch. You didn't make the switch. You made the glitch. We living in a matrix, bro. you made the glitch over to the YouTube. If you switched over to the from the Facebook to the YouTube, you made the glitch. All right. So we Gary have an interesting discussion. This the discussion that we about to have is going to be so informative. The only thing I can say is that you got to watch out. You really got to watch out. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the energies of today. All right. So I'm going to speak in parables to some people, but in actuality, I'm speaking in parables to all of us. And you might say, why are you speaking in parables, Lamel? Because a parable comes from the Greek word a parabola, which actually is a geometrical curve that aligns star clusters. Think about it like that. That's the first point that I'm gonna make with y'all. All right, that's the first point that I'm gonna make with y'all. Okay, so a parable is a geometrical curve to align star clusters, and it also stems from the Greek word parabola. But it goes so deep if you think about the meaning of a geometrical curve to align star clusters. All right, so I told people this. I said every place that you travel is a geometrical shape. Now I want you to start to draw a map. Start to draw a map because we about to start doing real magic over the our designated areas that we go to. We about to start having magic over the areas. All right, for instance, you get a map, draw a map, and I want you to draw every place that you go from point A to point B to point C to point, and I know Google Maps is following you. So don't act like they ain't following you. You should follow yourself. All right. But if you follow yourself, you're gonna say back to yourself, you're gonna find out that you actually creating a geometrical shape when you move through the mainframe of what we call consciousness. You actually create a geometrical shape, and thus it is a parable to align star clusters, or a parable. All right, because a parable is a geometrical shape to align star clusters. All right, so now we kind of we on one accord right now. All right, so let's move forward to the age of what we call information. In the age of information, you know, far as the age y'all was given, as far as Pisces, the Piscean age, yeah, that dealt with 12 months. But now y'all came into the Aquarian age. And y'all say, really? The Aquarian age? It's not really the Aquarian age, it's really the age of information. See, that's the reason why y'all truly had 12 months. It wasn't the fact that everybody more or less, how would I say it? uh it's like it's in tune with the zodiac. It's in tune with the zodiac. So you had 12 months because more or less the 12 link with the birch tree, which is a beta SEI tree, that's actually in your backyard. It can heal different things such as blood. If you got high blood pressure, it can heal it. But it's connected with the woman also with the number 12 if you go to Revelations chapter 12 verse 1. And also in various different places, I can show you a sequence of the 12 representing the female or the woman. So now we go deep because we just came out of the Piscean age. We just came out of the Piscean age into what you call the age of Aquarius, but it's not Aquarius, it's the age of information. So Pisces is the 12th house. All right. So thus you was given 12 houses. You was given 12 months. All right. So now when you come into the age of what we call information, you're not given 12 months. You're given 14 months. All right. You're given extra time within the mainframe of what you live. Now you might say, well, why are we get extra time to live? Because we literally have mapped the mainframe of what we call consider to be consciousness. All right, we mapped it. All right, it has a sequence of numbers. Somebody tell me about different things that existed, and I always go back to the numbers. I talk about atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons, how These things are programmed by numbers. These things are sequenced by numbers, and everything is a collective of thought. Real simple. Real simple. So now we coming into the age of what we call information. Yeah, we are there now. Stop acting like we still in that age of the Pisces age. We're not in that age no more. All right, that was 2,160 years of the Piscean age that we came out of, figuratively speaking, because it can come in and out. Now, 26,000 years represents a procession of time that we move around the Milky Way. Now, the 26 was connected with the keys, which is disease, the sleep, or the sleep and spell, the spell sleep. Also, it was connected with the key maker because the key maker has the sound, the vibration of Z's. Zzz. So everything ended at Z, which was the 26th letter. That's why they gave you the 26th letter as being the last letter of the alphabet, because you needed to get past the key maker in order to open up the next five letters. Now, the five is the magical number of everything. Literally, five is just the magic number. All right, and I can just go on and on and on and on and on about five, about how if you just look at yourself and you're gonna be like, damn, I do got five, and you're gonna be like, oh man, this is deep. Why we made like that? All right, so yeah, it's all a sequence. It's all a sequence of program, a thought, of how we assimilate it within this reality of what we call life. All right. So now, as we move forward, just talking about just talking about like in reference to how, remember when I said a parable is a geometrical shape, is a geometrical curve to align star clusters. Let me go back to that point. Now think of yourself as a child of the cosmos, as a child of the stars. All right, something that comes from here. We landed, we spiritual beings, or whatever you want to call it, having a physical experience. All right, so yeah, now you have been given 14 months within this new age of what we call information, coming out of the Piscean age. All right, because like I said, you have 12 months and they only gave you 26 letters. All right, now in some cultures you have more letters than that, but English is comprised of many ancient languages, and they just try to just like put everything together in one bundle. So no matter how they try to do it, the information still comes out. So yeah, if you just look at it, in reference to the five extra letters that you was given past the letter Z, that would connect you to the 31, because, or the 13 backwards, whatever you read it, because 31 and 13 are synonymous numbers, as well as 14 is a synonymous number with 13. All right, so yeah, now you connect that up in reference to, you have 14 months, 392 days in your calendar. 392 days in your calendar, as opposed to 365 days in your calendar. You have 28 days in each month. 28 days in each month. Not 31, 1 through 31, even though that's the sequence that you're supposed to move forward on. And that is part of the codex, because how the codex moves is this: it moves with the triangle, the circle, and the square. All right, the circle moves between 1 and 31. The triangle moves from 1 through 28, which is the moon cycles. All right, and then the square, it basically moves from 1 through 14, because the square has 4 points to it. So that's 1 through 14. So that's how you got to look at it in reference to how we measure time in this new age of what we call information. We don't measure months how they measure months. Stop it. Stop it. Whatever they giving you right now is the program. Whatever they're giving you is straight up the program. Now I'm going to crack the code on y'all. Real easy. Real easy. Now you want to say, how will you crack the code on us, Lamel? Because, for instance, I'll crack something very simple for y'all. Pretend you lived on the equator, right? you was born on the equator. Let's say you was born on the equator, right? Now, if you was born on the equator and you spend time just living on the equator and then you end up moving to a higher region on the planet, right? And let's say the planet is a like a orb, right? Let's say the planet is like an orb. So the top part of the planet will have a shorter distance going around than the middle part. If you would think about it like that, the top part will have a faster spin than the middle part. So you might wonder where the vortex is on this planet. It has always been on the north and the south pole of this planet. That's where the vortex of time is, where you can literally live for freaking hundreds of years as opposed to somebody living such and such amount of years as a comparison in relativity. Because you would say, real talk, is the earth is spinning at the top. If you think about it, the earth is spinning at the top right here, and then it's taking this time. What happens? Just think about it like that. This certain things in reference to how reality is programmed, the dimensions and the gateways have always been here. They have always been here. It just depends on what type of reality you want to dwell upon. All right. So now let's move forward to the mainframe and how you would program time. Now they have literally put artificial um entities in outer space right now. Artificial entities. You would say for satellites that are man-made, that are not um satellites that are controlled, that are made by what you consider nature's hands, all right, but are man-made. Now they have controlled gravity towards them. Now when you put these things, these objects in outer space, their gravity actually affects the other heavenly bodies. So that was the main point that I wanted to make with people in reference um to just thinking about all the planets and dealing with the planets. You have to have a rule of compensation because man has sent satellites and different probes and different things to these planets that actually help control or help guide our celestial body, which is our mind. All right. So when man sent these things out, they actually distorted the reality that we have. So we have to have a rule of compensation in order to guard or be on our guard to actually compensate the moment within this. All right. So like I said, you have to measure time with the square, the triangle, and the circle. Now, that consists of 392 days. 392 days. 14 months. It's 28 days in each month. Now, the last part of it, which is the circle, could be 1 through 31, but that doesn't control necessarily the triangle. The triangle actually moves the square. So, this is a whole nother level of this information when it comes to programming reality. Now, I'll bust it down. So you might ask me, well, what's today's date in the codex? Today's date so happens to be 5/4/18. Now, until it turns daylight, it won't be 5/5/19. All right, it won't be 5/5/19. So until it turns daylight, it's still 5/4/18. All right. So now let me bust down the energy so y'all can decipher the moment. All right. Place yourself in this situation. I'm going to tell you what the next 28 days, the energies of the next 28 days consist of. Now, if I was you, I would take notes on here and we going to bust down this energy, the real energy, I'm telling you, so you can be able to compensate. Now, another thing that I'm going to give y'all too is lunar math. We're going to start doing lunar math. We're about to start doing other things when I start bringing out these computers, this computer on YouTube. I'm about to start doing real good presentations. All right. So, yeah, if you think about it, for you gotta compensate the moment. You gotta compensate it for what it's worth because it's like more or less like rhythm. For the people that's in the Facebook, it's like rhythm. So rhythm compensates the moment. Rhythm compensates the moment. So you gotta know how to move with rhythm, move with it in a sense where it's though if it's like, let's say a beat is moving fast, some of us can bounce to the beat and some of us can nod to the beat. Either way, we still in rhythm, we still in a pulse of that reality. All right, so now going back to the mainframe consciousness and how this is programmed between 1 and 31, I want you to think about it like this. All right, every everything like in reference to 1 and 31 is just like the 1 and the 9, because the 1 and the 9 is like a alpha and omega sequence. It's like, and I don't even really like to say alpha and omega, because alpha and omega makes you think of an ending, but it's not really an ending. It's really the alpha and the delta. So that's why I like utilizing the 1 and the 4. So that goes back to the square of the far as the calendar, 392 days. You got the square. So that's why you utilize the square in reference to that sequence, because it's not really the alpha and omega, and you can say it like that, but it's really the alpha and the delta, because that's where the delta point is in reference to what you consider to be the omega, because it consider it's like this. That's why we don't really know what year it is. We actually know, we just measure things by cycles. All right, so if I ask somebody, in reference to what's their birthday, which is their log date, I don't really ask the year. I ask the month. I ask the sequence of the 1 and the 31, which actually plays the part of the 1 and the 9. All right, so okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of readings on here. Okay, because I'm done the discussion, except for I'm gonna talk about a little bit more about the energies of the next 28 days. So we are in the fifth month of the 14 months. The fifth month. Okay. So the fifth month is called Batul. Batul. So Batul represents the baby hero. So during the next 28 days, you can't take on more burdens than you supposed to take on. You're supposed to not take on more burdens than you're supposed to take on for the next 28 days if you want to keep it real. Actually, you have, if today's 5/4/18, you actually have 24 days left of do not take on any burdens that you're not supposed to take on. All right? That's the first thing. Hopefully, y'all got that. So, y'all got 24 days of that. Y'all got 24 days. Do not take on any burden. It's actually not going to be too good. And I know you want to be helpful, but don't take it on for the next 28 days. Um, Thank you, Sister Shalita. So, for the next 24 days, that's what you can't do. You can't take on a burden than what you're supposed to. The idea is to gather. Shout out to our president, Sister Jasmine Thompson, in the building. All right. So another thing, everybody on the Facebook, please go to the YouTube, yo. Please. I appreciate that. I'm gonna do the readings. I got y'all. I'm gonna do the readings. Let me just finish talking about the calendar. I gotta educate y'all on these things before I do these readings, to be honest. Because people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And y'all throw numbers at me. And y'all see these images behind me? Y'all don't even know what this is. This is all the magic that I'm doing. This is everything. This is the body of the Messiah. This is the network that I'm utilizing. I'm trying to explain it to y'all so y'all can know that y'all don't have to get real spooky when I do this. You don't have to get real spooky. So during the next 28 days, during the next 24 days that y'all got left. Yo, do not take on no damn burdens, man. All right, so today so happens to be the fourth day, and the fourth day is the day that you sit on your throne. Actually, now you only got a couple days and a couple hours until it turns light, and then it's going to go back to the 519. But what is so powerful about 5519? That 5519 is a sacred day within this month. 55 is going to be the magic day of this month, which is tomorrow. It's going to be the magic day of this month tomorrow, y'all. It's the only thing I can tell y'all. Why you might say that? Tomorrow when it comes light, it's going to be the magic day of this month. Because 5 5, shout out to sweetheart, what's up? 5519 is an alignment. 5 5 is an alignment, first of all, because you got the two fives. And then 19 only has 5 points on it. So if you just look at it, I don't know if y'all ever seen the codex and seen the number 19. The number 19 looks like a pentagram upside down or a house upside down. So it has 5 points. That's what the number 19 looks like in the codex. But if you got the 5 5, it's like alignment. These is it's all three are one. So tomorrow is a sacred day. I think people should be tuned in to another perspective of whatever you trying to do tomorrow. For real, take advantage of some goals that you really committed to tomorrow. It's like a power because look, Batul represents don't take on. Look, this literally this month represents don't take on too much burden. All right, but you got 5 5. Oh man, that's a lot of burden right there. Only thing that can save the 5 5. Look, think about it. If you got 5 5, which is the baby hero, the baby hero, which is Batul, right? You got a double portion of the baby hero. So it's like, damn, a lot of babies. So the only thing that can save the babies is what? The galactical hero. That's the only thing that can save the baby hero. So that's why I'm telling y'all, think about it. For everybody that follows the codex, just think about this, man. Think about where I'm coming from. You got 5, which represents the baby hero, and then you got 5, which represents the baby hero, two portions of the baby hero, right? And 5 is a negative number, all right? 19 is a positive number, all right? So, boom. 19 represents the galactical hero. It's the big portion of it. It's the grown up version of the baby hero. All right, so let me do a little bit of readings. I gotta put something on first. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of readings, and I'm gonna do something unique today. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm gonna do something unique today because I'm gonna let y'all pick numbers between 1 and 99, and we really gotta play this out like that. We really gotta play this. Um, um, yeah, we gonna play it out like that. We're gonna play it out like that.